At almost 2,000 colleges and universities in all 50 American states, you'll find a common sight: Saudi Arabian students. Almost all of them are here with full scholarships provided by their government in the name of the country's absolute ruler, 89-year-old King Abdullah. It is almost impossible to find a Saudi student here who is not ready to express deep gratitude.
King Abdullah gives us a big opportunity to come to the US. They support us in all aspects, the health aspects. They give us tickets, and if we have any issues or problems, they help you like in all the aspects that you can think of. So this is a good thing that you don't have to worry about like being in America as a foreigner. We have our scholarship, we have our embassy with us, and we have the Saudi mission, which is responsible about the Saudi students.
The scholarship program was agreed to at a 2005 meeting between then Crown Prince Abdullah and U.S. President George W. Bush. The goal was in part to improve relations between the two countries, which were at a low point after it was revealed that the majority of the 9/11 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. A spanking new Saudi Arabian cultural mission was erected outside Washington, D.C. It supports the students who, alongside their dependents, currently number a whopping 110,000.
The way we support them is every way we can. Fortunately, we have a very efficient portal system that deals with most requests in electronic fashion. It's electronic transactions. And we have over 500 people working here doing everything they can to support this group.
Scholarship students can be found in almost all fields, although the largest number study business, followed by engineering. Scholarship recipients are chosen competitively, and about 1/4 are women who are supposed to bring their father or other guardian to stay with them, all at government expense.
The fields that are selected for the scholarship are based on the country needs. I believe there are 17 majors. And the way the students are selected is based on their high school GPA or previous degree GPA and their aptitude test and other criteria. And I don't have really accurate statistics about how many are chosen from the applicant, but I would guess about 25%.
Saudi students almost invariably say they value their study programs here in America.
Here it's good because we are free to express our opinion in front of many Americans and professor. Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Yes, good thing.
Why?
Because opinion, if I say my opinion, my friend said his opinion, that's opportunity to think more and create more idea, solution.
Back in Saudi Arabia, like usually girls like wives or daughters depend on their fathers or brothers or husbands. But here the situation is totally different. So I become more independent in here.
American University here in Washington, D.C. just held a gala celebration for its foreign students. U.S. colleges and universities are happily competing with one another for a share of the growing foreign enrollments. Foreign students generally pay full tuition, and their mere presence is seen as an educational plus.
We live in a global world. Can you imagine a better resource than international students sitting in your classes with your American students? It's however way you look at it, it is the most beneficial thing that every university is valuing.
That's not to say it's always easy handling overseas students. Julie Wickham, an academic advisor at American University, says those who arrive with full scholarships, like the Saudis, occasionally feel entitled to special treatment.
You're talking about very privileged kids, and there are a lot of Americans who fit into that category as well. That has to be said. And they feel that things should be done for them. Why can't I get into this course? I need this course. What are you doing for me? And it's not our job to do for them. It's to really open doors and get them to be competent people and scholars by the time they get out of there. So I think that there's a misunderstanding about what it is we're there for.
Saudi cultural officials here insist there is a very low failure rate among scholarship students, and they say despite the initial culture shock, they adjust well.
When problems occur, usually it's either because of a cultural shock or lack of understanding of laws here. For instance, somebody may leave a child for a few moments alone, which is totally against the law here, and that gets them into trouble with the law. That's just a small example. And fortunately, the total number of issues and problems compared with the total number of the students is really negligible.
With Saudi Arabia's oil-rich economy booming, it is perhaps not surprising that almost all scholarship students return home after their studies, even though they are under no obligation to do so.
I believe the most powerful factor is family ties. Our students are always homesick, and they always try, whenever there's a holiday, they try to find any way to go home. So we are not surprised that once they graduate, they are eager to go home and find a career, but they are not bound by any conditions to go to a specific agency or government or private. It's up to them.
The scholarship program, which continues expanding, is costing Saudi Arabia a king's ransom. It is money King Abdullah and his advisors feel is well spent. Saudi Arabia's unprecedented multi-billion-dollar investment to educate its young people in America should pay off handsomely in terms of modernizing what was until 2 or 3 generations ago a poor third-world economy. Less predictable are the cultural upheavals that may come from tens of thousands of young American-educated Saudis returning home to their deeply conservative society. For Al-Fanar Media, this is Burton Bollag in Washington, D.C.